This is Crampton's Gap, and boy, I've really gotten used to training. I really like the training point, career points. Wow, that really changes things. Okay, we have McClellan as Corps Commander, Bobby Woods, Sweeney, and Franklin, who historically was a Corps Commander. So I'm bringing 5 artillery, 1 sniper, and the rest infantry. And I was able to put 2 Whitworths into the Whitworth unit with raw recruits because I'm investing in training, and I was able to do that without losing a unit perk. I also was able to put 1 siege gun in, and after this battle I'll be able to put the second one in. And what I want to do from now on is just put raw recruits in because the training number is high enough to just replace my losses with raw recruits. Now, you'll notice that 5 of my units do not have a unit perk. I gave them a unit perk with a Corps Commander of 3 stars, but it's not active. So these 5 units are there to get their second perk. One of my units is there to get his second perk, and my 2-star unit is there to get a little better. So, and I really didn't need to do that, but I'd like to get him just a little bit better. 44, 39, 37, those are pretty low, but the game is going to correct that. $13,000 versus 16,800, and you can bring 13 units to this battle, not 12. Thanks, Panda Kraut, for pointing that out in your campaign. And I think it should stay at 13. So I brought my sniper unit, and he needs some kills so I can get his second unit perk. He's perked for stealth and spotting. I put these guys a little close to each other, unfortunately, so they shuffle around a bit, and I put them on hold because after they shuffle around a little bit, if things are like not exactly settled, they'll hemorrhage condition, and then you have to rest them for a very long time. So I don't want that to happen. So you put them on hold, then they get perfectly settled, and you're fine. Okay, we killed the first gun. Now I need to find the second one. And there's the second one. And right on schedule, the army arrives. So the goal is, remember, all of these units have to fire, and fire a lot. They all have Lorenzes, and they're going to take losses because I could have brought all units that had a unit perk, but that is not what I need for Antietam. I'm bringing in mostly units that are close to their first unit perk, so all of my units have, in the first 2 corps, have unit perks for Antietam. That would be very good. So, and all these guys are going to get their unit perk. So all they have to do is fire a bunch. Now I'm going to take higher losses because they're not doing as much damage as units with an accuracy perk would do. But they're doing okay. So yeah, I'm also bringing in the James long-range infantry support weapon. I had intended to reduce enemy snipers to 350 because I knew from watching, I think, Panda's playthrough, that the skirmishers here can be large. Well, the skirmishers here are large and they get a split, so there are 3 of them and they're very large. I forgot to reduce the size to 350. Now, I could build ballast units, ballast skirmisher units. I have 2 sniper units. They're both pretty large. And I could build ballast skirmisher units. I'm kind of running out. I only have 4 corps. I'm running out of space. I have 3 corps completely built. There's stuff in 4th Corps and I'm running out of room. I need a 5th corps just to be able to store stuff during side battles. But anyway, I don't want to build skirmisher snipe ballast units. I can just I cap them at 350 and pretend like I build a dozen of them. And that's what I'm going to do. I've been talking about it the entire campaign, and I'm finally going to do it. Okay, the goal is to hit these guys with artillery until they flash white so that they don't do much damage. These units can do really good damage. They're 2 and 3 stars. I think they have Lorenzes. And pretty good size, I think. Some of his units will be in the woods. So the goal is to, get these guys to flash white so my units can, like here, 3-on-1, and just grind XP on him. Yeah, I really don't need the support batteries to get a bunch of XP. The siege will get plenty of XP. The siege gun only needs enough XP to be able to get the next gun for free with recruits. And since I'm investing in training, that will be easy. Yeah, I was able to put 2 guns in my Whitworth unit with raw recruits and not lose the 3rd star. That's the ideal. Just slowly grow the units however much you can with now these good raw recruits that have an efficiency of about 21, I think, after this battle. And I had intended to invest in medicine and training equally, but boy, it's just way too much fun to drive up training. Yeah, the other thing I think I'm going to do is I can now afford to buy lieutenant colonels. If you buy lieutenant colonels, pretty much if you give that unit, now these units will now have high efficiency coming into their first battle, they should get their first unit perk with just 1 battle instead of the really terrible 10 efficiency infantry that I built in the beginning of the game, where it would take 3 or 4 battles and 500 dead to get the first unit perk. But I was also using 55s. So these new units with much higher training and with a lieutenant colonel, fight 1 battle, get a colonel, and be able to be 2,000 in the next battle with a unit perk. So yeah, there's his first skirmisher, 780. I'm not ready for him. So I'm just going to kind of try to get out of there. But he's going to rout that skirmisher. Yeah, he took a couple shots on my sniper. Of course he did. So I'm going to kind of let him alone. I'm staying in the woods on the right side because I know there's another one on the right side. And I'm looking to see if any of my units are taking losses, but, we'll worry about the infantry first and kill his commanders and worry about his skirmishers second. Basically, I'm going to be able to concentrate my artillery fire on his skirmisher, find them one at a time, and then concentrate my artillery fire on them to rout them. I don't want to depend on shooting them to rout them. I want artillery fire to rout them. All of the artillery in the world, 1 skirmisher at a time, rout them. So yeah, everyone's doing really well. King's a little bit sketchy because he's in the open, but everybody else is in cover. And I'm I'm keeping an eye on my units to make sure that none of them are getting hit by snipers. And I have my sniper pulled back so he doesn't run up and take shots on Stuart. Yeah, every shot is golden. Every time I see that infantry fire, that's just beautiful, beautiful XP. Yeah, he's flashing white, so he's not doing very much damage. My units, however, are doing really good damage. Yeah, there's plenty of time. I forget when this battle ends, but it's a ton of time. Something like 1930 or something, and this will be over way before 1930. Yeah, I was torn on where to... I thought, maybe I'll send my sniper to the right side. No, I'm going to send him to the left side. So I'm moving the artillery forward. Not just to hit his infantry, but also to hit his snipers. Yeah, this is perfect. He's just coming forward with one unit at a time. His snipers aren't bothering me, and I'm able to get 3-on-1. We're just getting a lovely kill ratio without any effort at all. His snipers are staying back. My units are getting 3-on-1. And he's down to 10,000. And we have plenty of time. Okay, he has 528. Now I can see his whole army. There's the 10,000. I mean, they were kind of hidden. Now we're getting close to the observation point. And I target his sniper of 500. He routes. That's exactly what I want. Allow my infantry to keep getting 3-on-1. My units are in good cover, even though he's firing downhill and I'm firing uphill. That's still great. Rotating the fire of my artillery to make his units flash white or even rout. All I have to do is not put my army in a position where his sniper can fall on the flank of any of my units and I'll be fine. Okay, I found his sniper. Just need to find somebody who can reach him and hit him. We'll be fine. Okay, on my left, he does have that unit of 770, so I'm shift all my artillery to hit him and rout him. There he goes. So that was artillery and infantry and detached skirmishers made him rout. That's the best you can do. He does not like artillery. His snipers. So they're very, very good units at killing, but when they get hit with artillery, they seem to buckle. So now I want to get my units up and my sniper on the left side of the map in the woods, firing out. There's another unit there. I think that's another unit. Okay, so everybody who can, hit that guy. And with any luck, we'll push him out of the woods, and then it'll be great. So when his whole army is in the open and my army is in the woods firing into him, this is, you know, this will be ideal. So good. He's giving up the woods on my left, and I'm about to get the observation point, which will help. It's really annoying having the flag right in the middle of the map on the road, because what I'd like to do is just roll up my artillery just right up the road, right behind the infantry in the open, because you get more damage when you fire in the open. There's a nice area to fire all around that victory location, which would make this really nice, but instead I have to send my artillery either on a long walk around the right or the left through woods, and you know, I could just pause the game right here. Basically the infantry just stays right here and we don't do anything else and get the artillery into place. I could do that, or not. The James is perked for horse artillery, so he'll get there pretty quickly, but everybody else is going to take a long time. I really wish all these battles were changed so that you take the flag, the battle doesn't... Now this, I targeted someone to fire at them, and he retreated, and this unit followed him to try to get a shot on him. It's a glitch in the game that can happen. I took 100 losses, 78 losses, for no reason. I obviously didn't want him to run forward and try to get a shot on someone. But that's a thing that can happen, so you have to pay attention to all of your units. And he got out of the woods and he got shot. He got shot by a deadly sniper and a pretty small infantry. There's a sniper probably who did all that damage. Yeah, it really degraded his morale too. I would have been if he'd had 3 stars, he would have routed that infantry unit. No question in my mind. He would have routed him. Okay, my sniper is able to get a very long shot on his sniper. I have greater range because I have JF Browns. So basically I'm degrading his sniper and at the same time getting kills on a unit who is very close to getting his next unit perk. Perked for stealth and spotting. Yeah, Panda said something about the way the game is designed to be played or intended to be played is you put recruits into units. I wasn't able to do that effectively in the beginning, but I think as much as possible that's what I'm going to do from now on. I really like that. The unit stays together for a longer time. You can see the history of the unit, although I pay far more attention to the commanders and the officers as they get promotions than to the units themselves. It's still, I get the point that that's the way it's designed to be played. Here his units are getting a little fragile. Of course they are. They've been shot over and over again. They're down to 500, 400, 600. So at any point I could charge. And the question is, do I want to just milk XP by shooting and getting kills and grinding up efficiency? But I think I have enough. I think I'll go for captures, because I can capture some number of these. I mean, you get also recovery from shatters as well, but none of these are going to last very long in a charge. He'll do some damage to my army as I charge in, but I don't think he's capable of doing that much. And once I get on top of him, all these units are done. That little unit in front is just losing men, doing nothing, just dying. It's getting, everybody's about as close to him as I can get. I need to charge while there's something to charge into, I think. So it's about time. I'm going to target whoever's in the back. His units 2, 300, 500, 300. His detached skirmishers, or his snipers, will not do very well. So the units that are the furthest away, I had them charge first, and then as those guys get next to my guys who are a little closer, I have the next guys charge. So they all hit about the same time. Had one unit just run forward and shoot at his sniper, and then have him charge as well. So he's going to get a couple shots off probably. Yeah, there's not much there. There's his last unit is there, and he surrenders. 400 snipers. 1,500, he lost 11, 12 something. So close to 10 to 1, not quite perfect. But the question is, did I get unit perks? So 2-star unit Harris. All the artillery did about the same, I think. The siege underperformed. Yeah, the 17 next to the in parentheses means I started that unit at 17 efficiency, and just he rapidly went to his first star, and now my units are going to be 21 efficiency. And his skirmishers were not the big killers. Even though they were large and scary, they were not the big killers. His best skirmisher got 100. And that was because I stayed away from them until I could gang up on them. Very happy to see Bobby Woods get his promotion. Very nice. Okay, we got some Lorenzes. I don't know what the Tarplay is. Got Burnsides. Napoleons, always welcome. 12H, not very good. But yeah, good battle, good result. Got 1,000 additional, so 7,900 men. And we are now at 21 efficiency. Boy, that's really nice. McClellan about to get his 3rd star. I really don't want him to be a corps commander, but Bobby Woods, I'm very happy to have Bobby Woods be a corps commander with Wagner and Scales. Okay, the siege gun did get enough experience that he gets his 10th gun for free. Everybody has a star, got their, I'd already previously given the units their perk, and you'll notice that these 5 units all now have their perk, which I gave to them before the battle, but was not active. And Wraith, I think that's how you pronounce that, got his 2nd perk. So, yeah, outstanding. This commander, he started as a major with 55s. So it took him 3 battles. Yeah, you can see how many battles they fought. This is, for several of them, this is only their 2nd battle, and they have their unit perk already. So yeah, that's just wonderful. I really need more space in my army. I'd like to put points into army organization, but training is just too powerful. This is the perk. This is what I want. 7,500. I don't know why anyone would spend points for Meade, or why would anybody spend a single point for Burnside? Why? Well, he was the best officer in the Confederate Army, so there's that. Yeah, training. Just too good. I have got to figure out how to get through Malvern Hill with a training start. Okay, he does get an exceptional war commander to do training, which is like plus 20, I think, to training. So 52, 50, 37. He got a monster buff to training, which doesn't matter. Well, he did have some units that were 1 star, so that'll be the end of that, probably. Now it'll be all 2 and 3 star. $21,000, and I get to bring 24 units. Okay. I could technically bring 48,000 men since I'm building units of 2,000. That's not entirely a horrible idea. Yeah, that unit started at Rendezvous. These units have only fought 2 battles. 2. These guys all fought 2. This guy's fought 4 battles. He has his 2nd perk. And I've been babying this unit the entire time. But he has 2 spotting perks, so that's very welcome. Okay, that was a fun little battle. I hope you enjoyed it. I got exactly the result that I wanted. Next battle, I want to get more units, their first unit perk, and then we're pretty much off to the races. Ready for Antietam. Expect to come out of Antietam with a good army, and then just pour raw recruits into units as they take losses, battle after battle, until we get to Richmond. That's pretty much it. Focus on building artillery, get my artillery, Napoleons and 3-inch guns particularly, to their 3rd unit perk, and we're golden. I have a long-range group of artillery units that is very good at taking out enemy artillery, and that's what they'll do. But I would rather the fighting happen with Napoleons and 3-inch guns, not with these very expensive long-range guns. I want them to focus on artillery, hopefully. So the other thing I have to do is build more units that can do spotting and be very stealthy, a couple of cav units for the flank and get behind the enemy, and a couple of skirmisher units who will perform that function for the army, and we should be able to get plenty of spotting. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time.